Hi everybody, this is Dr. Shravya, the dermatocosmetologist from Columbia Asia Hospital in Whitefield, Bangalore. Today, we at Calabar are going to be busting some really common myths that are associated with sunscreens. Now, this is of extreme importance because I keep getting asked this all the time, and a lot of patients have a lot of misinformation about sunscreen and they really need to know the truth. All of you need to know evidence based medicine and research facts. So, the first myth that I'm going to bust is about how does sunscreen reduce vitamin D, or applying sunscreen reduces my body's vitamin D absorption. Now, this is absolutely not true. Okay, first of all your vitamin D in the body is not gotten just through the sun. Second of all, a half an hour of sun exposure everybody gets. Thirdly, an SPF 15 only protects you from 93% of the UV radiation, SPF 30 97, and SPF 50 98%. So you still have a slight margin, which obviously you're not going to apply sunscreen on every inch of your body every single day. That's very impractical and I do not think it happens. So yes, you do get adequate sun exposure to get the adequate amount of vitamin D. The proof for this is that even in a tropical country like India, where so many people have a lot of exposure to sun the whole day and not everybody has access to sunscreen, are still vitamin D deficient. Why do you think that is? Because there are different pathways inside our body and different channels of absorption of vitamin D. Even your food is one major source. So a lot of people skip that and think, oh, I just should not put sunscreen because I'll become vitamin D deficient. Even if you did not put sunscreen at all, you would probably still be it. So get your facts right. Vitamin D deficiency is not caused by applying sunscreen. That is the first thing that you guys need to remember. The second thing is that people say that we in India are all brown skin toned and we have enough melanin, and hence we probably do not require as much sunscreen as the white skinned or fair skinned Europeans because they have lesser melanin. To a certain extent, it's true. We are not prone to skin cancer as much as them. We are not as prone to sunburn as much as them. But sunscreen is the first step to prevent skin cancer. For example, if you take most of the Kashmiri Aryan descent people, they still have very fair skin. We call this Fitzpatrick's type 1 and type 2 skins, which are more prone to skin cancer. Hence, sunscreen in every ethnicity should be worn definitely to prevent this, as well as your own sunburn, aging, and damage caused by the UV radiation. So just because we have brown skin does not excuse us from not using sunscreen whatsoever. That's myth number 2. Now the third thing is that I have a lot of patients during lockdown coming and saying, but I'm just indoors. I don't really need, much of sun protection because I'm always indoors. I'm never stepping out. Little do you know that it passes through windows, it passes through doors, it passes through AC car windows. People falsely have this notion that if you're sitting in an AC car, it doesn't pass through. It does. It comes through even on a cloudy day or a rainy day as well. So yes, a cloudy day or a rainy day does not discount the fact that you have to apply your sunscreen, and neither does you staying indoors. Even your light bulbs in the house, your screen time. This is why we have talked so much about blue light defense also protecting your skin. So sunscreen is also essential if you are indoors. If you are compensating it with a blue light defense product, that's totally fine. But if you are stepping out even into your balcony and things like that, or you're sitting by the window and working, you still need your sunscreen. And also the fourth point, applying one layer of sunscreen is not enough for the whole day. If you want protection all the way through the morning to the afternoon, till late evening, maybe till the sun sets, you have to apply it at least twice, because it only works for about 3 to 4 hours. Is a very well proven fact. So choose a formulation that is easy for you to carry and that you love to apply. Sunscreen these days are available in the SPF 15 is incorporated into a lot of makeup products. So you could have probably a day cream, a very good sunscreen in the morning, or an SPF 15 or 30 containing foundation, or a compact. So all these things in combination of what you actually like and what makes your skin feel good, please do it religiously. This will actually help. So if you're indoors, please layer it on every 3 to 4 hours, especially if you're outside, because the pollution, dust, grime, our own sweat, it sort of washes it away. So it's not enough if you just put it on at 9 a.m. and then expect it to work at 3 p.m. It's not going to. Now, the other myth that is very commonly asked by my patients is, does layering on products increase the SPF overall? So no, it does not. If I have an SPF 15 foundation plus an SPF 15 tinted, say compact, 15 plus 15 does not make 30. It does not at all. So what you have to understand is that SPF 15 will protect you 93%, or how much ever an SPF 15 product is designed to protect you, and SPF 30 is protecting you how much ever it's supposed to protect you, so 97%. So layering it on does not make it SPF 45 whatsoever. So if you want SPF 50 protection, then get an SPF 50. Don't try to layer on SPF 15 3 times or SPF 15 plus 30. Not going to help. It cumulatively does not add up as far as protection is concerned. However, it will still give you the SPF 15 to 20 protection in whatever product you have. So I hope we have busted quite a few myths, okay? And get your facts right. Do not believe hearsay. Do not believe any of that. And good luck with your sunscreen application.